His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa chaired the weekly cabinet meeting at Qudaybiyah Palace. The cabinet congratulated His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, on the 29th anniversary of the founding of the National Guard. The cabinet reviewed progress on the implementation of His Royal Highness directives for the Ministry of Labour to provide 3 job opportunities for every registered job seeker by the end of 2025. The initiative aligns with His Majesty the King's ambitious vision to offer employment opportunities for Bahraini citizens. To date, 3 job opportunities were presented to 18,657 job seekers, exceeding the initial target, with 746 citizens employed so far. The Cabinet also followed up on the implementation of His Royal Highness order for the Ministry of Social Development to increase financial support for low-income families through the cost of living allowance starting from this month. The meeting noted the economic success of the Celebrate Bahrain season, expressing its gratitude and appreciation to all government agencies and private sector sponsors for their outstanding organizational efforts. The Cabinet also welcomed Bahrain International Airport receiving a 5-star rating from Skytrax, the global organization specializing in rating airports and airlines, for the 5th year in a row. The meeting noted that Bahrain welcomes the Yemeni initiative to convene a conference bringing together all southern parties to discuss their fair resolutions to the issue. The Cabinet expressed its appreciation to Saudi Arabia for hosting this conference, considering it a positive step towards ending tensions and escalation and pursuing diplomatic solutions that takes into account the national interests of the Republic of Yemen and supports regional security and stability. The Cabinet then reviewed several memoranda submitted by ministerial committees and ministers, approving the following: draft resolution amending certain provisions of the resolution establishing the National Committee for Geospatial Information Governance and its operating procedures. The Kingdom of Bahrain's quarterly economic report for the 3rd quarter of 2025, which recorded a 4.0% year-on-year growth in GDP at constant prices during the 3rd quarter of 2025, supported by a 3.1% growth in non-oil activities. A draft resolution designating the minister responsible before the Legislative Authority for the National Arts Council. The government's response to several proposals submitted by the Council of Representatives. The Cabinet also reviewed the latest developments in the implementation of the 2022-2026 tourism sector strategy. The Cabinet reviewed several reports on the Kingdom's participation in the opening ceremony of the Future Games 2025 and the Digital Sports Summit, external engagements undertaken by ministers and official visits by dignitaries of foreign countries to the Kingdom of Bahrain during the month of January. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with Representatives Council Speaker Ahmed Al Musallam and Shura Council Chairman Ali Al Saleh, who were accompanied by their respective deputies and members of both councils at Qudaybiyah Palace. During the meeting, His Royal Highness commended the achievements of Team Bahrain across all levels, noting that these accomplishments serve as a strong incentive to build upon the successes that enhance Bahrain's standing and drive forward its comprehensive development under the leadership of His Majesty the King. His Royal Highness stressed the continued commitment to advancing initiatives and programs that create quality opportunities for citizens, as well as underscoring the importance of cooperation between the executive and legislative branches in supporting national efforts and achieving the aspirations of Bahraini citizens. His Royal Highness reiterated that the ongoing cooperation has played a pivotal role in encouraging development projects and achieving national goals. His Royal Highness also noted that progress in this regard continues to be made, supported by Bahrain's security and stability, which form the foundation for sustainable prosperity. His Royal Highness outlined the shared commitment to enhancing cooperation to advance the prosperity of Bahrain and its citizens, expressing his pride in the dedication of Bahraini citizens in implementing programs that contribute to Bahrain's growth and development. His Royal Highness noted that the members of Team Bahrain, through their unwavering efforts, have contributed to achieving numerous successes that have strengthened Bahrain's development. His Royal Highness commended the dedication demonstrated by the national workforce that further consolidate Bahrain's standing. For their part, Al-Musallam and Al-Saleh extended their gratitude and appreciation to His Royal Highness for his support to boosting cooperation between the executive and legislative branches to achieve Bahrain's wide-ranging goals that aim to benefit Bahraini citizens. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of Interior General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Minister of Labour and Legal Affairs Yusuf Khalaf alongside several officials from the Ministry of Labour at Gudaibiya Palace. His Royal Highness affirmed the Kingdom's commitment to creating quality opportunities for Bahrainis, reflecting His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's emphasis that citizens are central to the Kingdom's progress and development. His Royal Highness expressed his gratitude to the Ministry of Labour for its tireless efforts in implementing government programs that aim to create jobs for Bahrainis. His Royal Highness commended the efforts of all those involved in implementing the directives issued to the Ministry of Labour to provide 3 job opportunities to registered job seekers before the end of 2025. He noted that a total of 3 job opportunities were presented to 18,657 job seekers, exceeding the target set, with 4,746 citizens employed through the initiative to date. He commended the private sector's cooperation in this regard. His Royal Highness emphasized the importance of cooperation in achieving further accomplishments that serve citizens' interests and support the realization of His Majesty the King's vision across sectors. For his part, Khalaf expressed his gratitude and appreciation to His Royal Highness for his continued commitment to supporting the Kingdom and its citizens. He affirmed his commitment to continuing to achieve the Kingdom's wide-ranging aspirations, contributing to Bahrain's advancement and prosperity. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of Interior General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of Cabinet Affairs Hamad bin Faisal Al Maliki, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with several newly appointed directors across government entities at Gudaibiya Palace. His Royal Highness highlighted that the strong progress achieved across government work streams and public services is underpinned by Bahrain's national workforce, which continues to strengthen the Kingdom's comprehensive development led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness congratulated the newly appointed directors, expressing his appreciation for their tireless efforts in advancing the government's key initiatives to meet the Kingdom's aspirations. His Royal Highness wished them continued success in their ongoing endeavors. His Royal Highness noted that citizens remain at the heart of the Kingdom's plans and initiatives, underscoring that development is a shared national responsibility stability achieved through cooperation among all members of Team Bahrain. His Royal Highness emphasized the importance of advancing the government work system and cultivating a culture of excellence and innovation which enhances efficiency and establishes a supportive environment capable of achieving advanced performance levels across all sectors. For their part, the newly appointed directors expressed their gratitude for the trust bestowed upon them by His Royal Highness, noting his continued support of the national workforce. They reaffirmed their commitment to advancing the kingdom's ongoing progress and achieving its wide-ranging goals. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of Cabinet Affairs Hamad bin Faisal Al Maliki, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. As part of the initiatives recently approved by the Cabinet aimed at improving the financial situation and ensuring the continuity of support for citizens, it has been decided to adjust the price of natural gas for companies and factories to reflect the actual cost of consumption, with implementation scheduled for January 2026. More in this report.
As part of the government's efforts to promote financial stability and ensure continued support for citizens, the government is working to implement a package of economic and social initiatives, including initiatives related to the oil and gas sectors, which are considered the main pillars of the national economy. The Minister of Oil and Environment and Special Envoy for Climate Affairs, Dr. Mohammed bin Dana, affirmed that with regard to initiatives related to natural gas for companies, previous decisions taken in 2015 in this regard and local and global market data had been studied, and it has been decided to adjust the price of natural gas for companies and factories to reflect the actual cost of consumption, with implementation in January 2026. He explained that a mechanism for determining fuel prices for vehicles will be developed by forming a committee to determine and monitor the prices of petroleum products in the local market on a monthly basis. The initiative aims to price fuel locally in a way that reflects changes in global prices and achieves economic efficiency and financial sustainability while maintaining the subsidized prices for diesel for Bahraini fishermen. These decisions are part of a comprehensive government vision that aims to enhance financial stability, rationalize subsidies, and increase spending efficiency, thereby ensuring the continued provision of services to eligible groups and supporting the path of sustainable economic development in Bahrain.
The Minister of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf, Nawaf al-Maouda, announced the launch of the remote litigation service in the major commercial courts and the Court of Summary Matters. The service will begin with new cases registered at the start of 2026 and is implemented in coordination with the Supreme Council of the Judiciary and the Information and E-Government Authority. The service allows parties to attend sessions remotely on an optional basis while maintaining the possibility of attending in person person with full adherence to all legal guarantees, ensuring the right to litigation and a fair trial. Regarding the mechanism for benefiting from the service, the Minister clarified that the party filing the case must choose the method of attending sessions remotely or in person. When submitting the case through the File a Case service available on the national portal of Bahrain. Al-Maouda added that access to remote sessions will be through the remote litigation service available on the ministry's official website, and other parties to the case may also choose to attend sessions remotely through the same service. The Ministry of Youth Affairs announced the organization of the Youth Route Parade as part of the celebrations marking Bahraini Youth Day. The Minister of Youth Affairs, Rawan Tawfiqi, affirmed that this event is in line with the vision of the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, which aims to consolidate the status of Bahraini Youth Day and utilize national events as platforms for youth creativity and expression. She said the new edition will feature a modern vision that merges authentically with renewal, underscoring the active role of youth in society. The minister added that the parade forms part of a series of initiatives and events to be implemented by the ministry in celebration of Bahraini Youth Day observed annually on March 25th. She pointed out that the event serves as a model of community partnership and a unifying platform reflecting integrated efforts to support and empower youth. The minister emphasized that the ministry looks forward to the participation of all sectors in this national event, adding that the event embodies community partnership, reflecting the integration of roles in supporting and empowering youth. The advisor to His Majesty the King for Cultural and Scientific Affairs, Hala Al-Ansari, visited Hawa Al-Manama Festival. The CEO of the Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority, Sara Bouhidji, briefed Al-Ansari on details of the event and its cultural and interactive programs and activities. Al-Ansari visited the event's museums and exhibitions that cover various aspects of the city's history and social life. The event highlights the identity of Manama and sheds light on an important period in the kingdom's history and the social, cultural and economic transformations that shape the city's features and cultural diversity, in addition to the range of tourism products showcased at the event. She commended the level of organization and the cultural content of the event, as well as its creative approach to presenting the historical memory of the capital, Manama. She emphasized the importance of such initiatives in preserving national identity, enhancing cultural awareness, and linking the past with the present through interactive cultural experiences. Shura Council Secretary General Karima El Abbasi received a delegation from Jordan's Senate General Secretariat headed by the Assistant Secretary General Dr. Haytham Issararaya. She affirmed that the strong fraternal ties between Bahrain and Jordan are a strategic pillar for strengthening cooperation and joint parliamentary work. El Abbasi explained that the Shura Council's General Secretariat attaches great importance to exchange visits with the General Secretariats of legislative councils, given their role in sharing the best practices in administrative, advisory and technical work, and learning about pioneering experiences in institutional development, digital transformation, and the use of modern technologies to support legislative work. The Jordanian delegation praised the level of cooperation between the two councils and what they witnessed during the visit in terms of development and prosperity in Bahrain. A scientific study conducted by the Bahrain Center for Strategic International and Energy Studies, Darasat, confirmed that the Babco modernization project represents a milestone in Bahrain's industrial transformation and embodies the leadership's vision of building a modern national economy based on efficiency, innovation, and sustainability. The study indicated that the Babco refinery modernization program, valued at $7.3 US, represents the largest strategic industrial investment in Bahrain's history. It embodies an integrated model for sustainable development by enhancing production efficiency, boosting added value, and minimizing environmental impact in line with the objectives of Bahrain Vision 2030. The study also emphasized that digital transformation and artificial intelligence have become fundamental pillars in the refinery's operations, utilizing sensors and predictive analytics for early fault detection, loss reduction, and increased energy efficiency.